What's up guys, it's Reese with SCA Construction. In today's video, I want to go over a simple example of how doing a stormwater maintenance system can be a great value add to the community and make sure the system that you guys have paid for is working properly. This community is actually an example of where we did about $40,000 of drainage, including drop inlets, gutter to curb drainage, and a couple other different things. But there's been a couple concerns lately about flooding in the areas where the system's not working, and after doing an inspection today, I want to show you guys how doing maintenance over the long term, or in this case a lack of, can affect the system's quality and performance. And so I hope you guys get a lot out of this, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Let's take a look. All right, so this is the first area that I want to talk about. This is a place where we did a little bit of drainage. There is a few cast iron frame and grate drop inlets that we installed, and there's been a little bit of a flooding issue. Now, we had a very little amount of fall to work with here, just the slope going down to the grates, and so it was a game of inches to get the water flow right. So take a look at this. All right, so initially walking up on a couple of these grates, you can see we had one here, there's one over there, and then there's actually one right here and one right there, which might seem like a lot, but it's hard to tell in the video, but there is a very, very small amount of fall going to each grate. And so after we installed these, you can basically see a little bit of river rock that we purposely placed there to make sure that as much sediment and leaves and debris didn't get into the grate as possible. Now, it is slick, hard PVC, and so it's a little bit easier to clean out than most. Debris can flow through it, but it's not ideal, especially on not that steep of a slope. And so you can see, well, why is it flooding? If it was a game of inches in the beginning and we only had 1 or 2 inches of fall to get down to the grate, all of the river rock around here that's doing its job catching sediment and debris that's not making it to the grate has now raised this area up just by a couple inches. But in this case scenario, it's going this way, going back down, and there's a whole bunch of other grates on the way. It's affecting it. And so what needs to happen, it's real simple. We've just got to take back some of these rocks, scoop out the sediment around it, and then reset the rocks. Along with here, this is another example where you can basically see, if I get the camera to turn that way, so you can barely see it, but it's covered up in just leaves and trash and all that kind of thing. And so we just got to scrape these back. Not as much sediment right here, but a whole lot of just organic debris falling from the trees and from the general landscape. And so taking these back, resetting the rocks is going to restore this to the original capacity to drain, just like when we first installed it about 1.5 years ago. And so hope this helps. It's pretty easy to see. Again, proper maintenance, it's going to make sure you guys are getting the most out of the system and you're not going to have any issues down the road. All right, this is the last area I want to talk about. This is where a lot of sediment's getting collected. And you can see we had a huge band of rock around this grate. And you can see now where they've already dug it out once, but there's about 8 inches of sediment around that grate. And at one time it was completely covered, getting into the pipe. And so the rock is doing what it was designed to do. It got a little bit overwhelmed there, but keeping this clean is gonna make sure that one, the pipe stays in good condition. You're not gonna have to do a big clean out later. And as always, what's flowing down is gonna actually get through the pipe instead of skipping right over it and then going down. We had a creek bed in here to protect a little bit more from that, but even you can see here, a little bit as a result of lack of vegetation, there is a lot of sediment in there too that needs to be cleaned out and maintained. So walking back up to the truck real quick, I want to explain how often this needs to be done. It's a question we get asked a lot, and it really just depends on the community. And so we offer quarterly maintenance programs, single annual maintenance programs, biannual maintenance programs. It just depends on your community, how many trees are around it, how much watershed's coming down, is there any live water flowing through the system. And so we can come out, take a look, and get the best estimate for what needs to happen. Okay, I hope you guys got a lot of questions answered in this video. And as always, if you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below. Or for any additional information about SCA, go to sca.construction for more information or to request a quote for y'all's community. Hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.